Okay, hey, we're back. I found another cave. So, Zelda, the series, the franchise, everything for the first couple decades is all born out of Link to the Past. They start to try and experiment with this. What cave we got? Lindor's Brow Cave. Oh, I don't like this. In experimenting with this, they do a couple things. The first thing that happens, it kind of happens out of order, where you get Link Between Worlds. I guess I should also talk about at the same time that they also experiment with that, oh no. I'm going to bring into conversation two things. Link Between Worlds and that early Breath of the Wild prototype that they showed at the GDC talk where they just used LOZ and tried to see what their systems would look like that they were trying to build in this, like, very primitive 2D manner. So, like, clearly there was a need to innovate, right? And there was, like, some innovation happening throughout the 3D stuff to, like, a small extent. Skyward Sword ends up being a weird playground for a lot of the stuff that ends up in this game, even if structurally it's more of an Ocarina of Time. I hear the shrine music. But suffice it to say, they're doing experimentation. What do you do when you want to experiment with The Legend of Zelda? What do? You go back to the beginning. You go back to LOZ. You look at LOZ again and you say, okay, what does it mean to be a Zelda game? Right? We've already interrogated this before, and we came to a conclusion, and what we got was the model that we've kind of been relying on for many, many years. Oh, frick. Okay, hold on, let's get out of here. Can I accomplish this? I can probably accomplish this. So it's like, okay, what do? We go back to the drawing board. And the drawing board is simultaneously... hang on. Apparently I cannot do what I thought I could do. Okay. Where is he at? Okay. You know who can handle this while I try and get the apple. Not going great. You know, but please help me out here. That'll do. Clump. No, I want the bow. I want the bow. Nope. Okay. Alright. Sorry about the trying to do multiple things at once and not achieving that goal. Is that a... It is a gloom sword. they go back and they do Link to the Past again. They look at what they were... They look at the lay of the land, the devs, Nintendo. I forget if it's even Grezzo. It doesn't matter who it is. And they say, okay, Zelda has been this one thing for a long time. Let us try and imagine what Zelda would look like if we went back to the very beginning and drew different lessons from it. And so they make Link Between Worlds. A game where instead of these very manicured do things in a set order kind of game, you are given free reign to kind of do things how you see fit. You are just like handed a bunch of toys out the gate and are told, okay, now there's a little bit of gating because you have like the first half and second half, but like mostly it's just like, okay, you can go do this in whatever order you want. The order you pick is not really going to affect anything. All the toys are at your disposal. Have fun. And I just find it extremely interesting that to like experiment, they went back to the Link to the Past. Like it's just straight up the same, you know, same map, minor changes, same everything. Opting to use that as the model going for your linchpin of like experimentation, your inflection point in the series is just so interesting to me. I'm endlessly fascinated that that's what they ended up doing, because it's like really like there's some self-reflection happening there, that they saw that, okay, the first time around this was a big deal and this established what everything is and what everything will be, and if we're gonna go back and try and reinvent the wheel slightly, we have to go back to that same inflection point. And I'm just like enamored with the fact that that's what they did. And everything since then. Well, not since then, because you have Link Between Worlds happens. I think Skyward Sword happens slightly after that. And there's like a little bit of time before everything really settles in. But using the lessons from Link Between Worlds and lessons from that prototype, you end up with Breath of the Wild, which is now the model going forward. And I guess I'm gonna have to try and find one more cave real quick if I can get to the ending of my spiel here, because I got like one more bit, and then I think I'm through my thoughts on this, and then maybe I'll actually talk about the game Echoes of Wisdom that I played, which I also have thoughts on independently of it being a part of a larger whole. But that'll have to wait until I find another cave, hopefully tomorrow.